Hello guys, welcome to this video. In this video, we first discuss about a spanning tree with an example. Later on, we will see what exactly the minimum spanning tree is and the property of the spanning tree. So let's start. A spanning tree. A spanning tree of a connected, undirected graph is a subset of a given graph that connects all the vertices together. As we know that a graph is a collection of vertices and edges that connect those vertices. You can refer to my video to understand the concept of what exactly the connected and undirected graph is. The link is in description as well as you will get it in the suggestion on the top right corner of this video. Now, for any spanning tree, it must satisfy the two properties. Here, a graph G, as I told you earlier, a graph G is a collection of vertices and the edges. The minimum spanning tree should satisfy the two properties. That is, the number of vertices present in a spanning tree must be equal to the number of vertices present in a graph. Suppose our graph consists of the four vertices, then the spanning tree must consist of the four vertices only. And the second property is the edges that are present in a spanning tree must be the subset of the edges that are present in a graph. Now let's take an example. Consider the given graph. Now this graph is a connected and undirected graph. When we want to draw a spanning tree, we must remember the two property. Number one, the number of vertices must be same as that of present in a graph, as well as the edges must be the subset of the edge present in the graph. So here I draw first representation. Here in our graph there are four vertices, that is A, B, C and D. There are three edges that are present in my spanning tree, that is A to B, A to D and C to D. The same edges are also present in the graph. That means the edges that are present in a spanning tree is the subset of the edges that are present in the graph. That means it satisfies all the two property of a spanning tree, that is the number of vertices are same and the edges is a subset of a graph. Here we also consider the same and it satisfies all the property. The third representation, here also the number of vertices are same and the edges is a subset of edges of the graph. These are the multiple representation of the spanning tree of for a given graph. Here I am considering only a few. There can be a multiple possibility of a spanning tree. I have mentioned here few just for the sake of simplicity and to understand the concept easily. Now let's move to the minimum spanning tree. Minimum spanning tree. In order to find a minimum spanning tree of a graph, must be a connected, undirected, and a weighted one. A weighted graph is a graph in which some weight or cost is assigned to the edges that are present in a graph. And if the weight is not assigned and still we want to draw a minimum spanning tree, in that case we will consider the weight as a unit weight. So a minimum spanning tree is a spanning tree with a cost less than or equal to the cost of every other spanning tree. Here I mention the word equal to because if the weights are assigned to the edges are same, then in that case we might get more than one minimum spanning tree. The cost of the tree is the sum of the weights of all the edges present in the tree. And as I told you earlier, if the weight assigned to the edges are same, then there is a possibility of more than one minimum spanning tree. Now, let us consider that example to understand the topic of minimum spanning tree in detail. Here I have considered the same example as that I have considered in a spanning tree, but the difference is I have assigned a weight to every other edges of the graph, and the weight assigned to the graph are the distinct weight. Different weights are assigned to the different edges. So let's draw a spanning tree. So this is the first representation of the spanning tree. Now, in order to calculate a minimum spanning tree, when the weight is assigned to a graph, we have to calculate the total overall cost of the spanning tree. Here the overall cost is A to B is 3 plus A to D 7, 3 plus 7 is 10, 10 plus 2 is 12. So overall cost is 12. Whenever we want to find a minimum spanning tree, we have to draw a spanning tree and calculate the total cost of the spanning tree. Consider the second spanning tree representation. Here the cost is 3 plus 6, 9 plus 2 is 11. This is the third representation having the cost 15. In the similar way, these are the multiple representation of the spanning tree for the given graph along with the cost. Now, here we found that these are the multiple costs associated with the spanning tree, but the minimum cost is 9 and we want to draw a minimum spanning tree. That's why the spanning tree having a minimum cost is considered to be a minimum spanning tree. So for this example, the minimum cost is 9. So this is our a minimum spanning tree. Let's discuss the property of a spanning tree. Properties of a spanning tree. If the weight are assigned to the edges are same, then there can be a multiple minimum spanning tree. But if we assign a different weight to the different edges of the graph, then we will get only one spanning tree. As we saw in the previous example, the different weight are assigned to the different edges. That's why we got only a single minimum spanning tree having the cost is equals to 9. Then for every undirected graph, there has at least a one spanning tree. If we have an undirected graph, then there is at least a single spanning tree exists for a given graph. Let's consider the third property. The removing an edges from a spanning tree will make it disconnected. A disconnected graph is a graph in which there exists one of the vertex as an isolated vertex. Isolated vertex is such a vertex having the in degree and out degree is equals to 0. So if we have a 3 node and we got this as a minimum spanning tree, and if we remove a particular edge, let's consider we remove this edge, then it will make that graph as a disconnected graph. Why disconnected graph? Because that node, this node is now the isolated node. It means it has no in degree and it has 0 out degree. Let's consider the next property. Adding an edge will create a loop in a spanning tree. If we add a particular edge in an existing spanning tree, then it will create a loop in that graph. We will consider the same example in the previous for the previous property. We have removed the edge. Now for this property, we are going to add one edge. So when we add a edge, here we can see that it forms a loop in the spanning tree. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you like this video. Please like, share and comment on this video and subscribe to my channel for more videos.